Oh, yes, yes, yes. Just those eunuchs that happen to be in office that thought that they have no fear of the Constitution. Yes. I would like the Marines to find out exactly where they've been giving their money and what events they've been going to. Oh, maybe they could pass that intelligence on to me and I could support as volunteers a 5 star. Yes. It might be that some children need, oh, look at here. Then were there brought unto him little children, that he should put his hands on them and pray, and the disciples rebuked them. Oh, but Jesus said, suffer little children and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven. Now, there's been some talk that I actually have some children. Yes. And maybe the Air Force would like to find out. Oh, oftentimes when I'm looking in the Facebook, I look for larger-breasted women, and they may or may not have big legs. Yes, but a lot of them have little children, and I wanted to start that 5 star homeschool. Yes. Now, what if you needed one of those special tutors that happen to have breast massages twice a day? Pooh! Some children might need to be on the breasts, and some children might need to be on the vaginal opening. Yes. But I was wanting to know all of the children that I actually have, and I'd like to be able to lay hands on them and pray for them. Pooh! Now, I never got that divorcement, and you've been obstructing my rights as a father, so I wanted this county and the state of Washington to know that for every child that I find that I can pray for as their father, yes! I'm going to want to know exactly who was on them and why they're here. Yes! Now, the United States Air Force should be concerned about children because we don't make them suffer. No, we don't. See, quite often these single mothers that might have one or two kids, yes, they volunteer. They volunteer to wear G-strings and some old jog bra. Ouch! Now their intelligence when they're not in the office, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna kind of integrate my intelligence with those in the Air Force. Yes. Now, could you get me the children of those in office that thought they'd use their children as bags? Yes, yes, yes. It could be that a lot of politicians thought, well, I'll just pull my son on me or my daughter and I'll be all nice and everything. Yeah. But we cannot have children involved in politics, even if they're your own biological son or daughter. Could you get me every child that has been genetically made? Yes. Conceived and birthed? Yes. Of every politician, every judge and justice, all court commissioners, Mormon? Pouch! I thought that you put your. Well, we just can't have children involved in politics. Yes. Can't have it. For those that are police officers and sheriffs that have no fear and they use their own kids to make themselves seem nice, you have a hardened heart. And I informed you of the crime of perjury. Yes. Forgery. Yes. And I'm wanting my children, and I told you that I wanted to stay in a hotel and I wanted my 5 sons, and you said you would not remove your court orders even though there's forgery and fraud involved. Yes. And then your thought was you'd keep me homeless so that I can never sue you and never have you put in prison. Pouch! Now, I'm going to want to know every child that has been made from the actual genetics of every individual that has been in office in every city, county, tribal government, and state. Yes, all the federal employees that have the legal obligation. Now, maybe the Air Force. Yes. Needs to look at the genetics of America's political system. Oh! Now, every time you got up to speak to the audience, yes, did you pull your own child on you thinking, well, I need to act like I'm nice. They can't know that I'm in the top secret family. Now, I'm going to want my sons today, and I'm going to want to pray for them. And I thought, if I was to put my hands on their head, their hair, yes, I could claim them. Yes, and they could know that I'm their dad. And Marilyn, yes, that was a mean thing that Mike did using a picture of my sister Susan. Yes. Now Mike's always thought of himself as intelligence, didn't you, Mike? Pouch! I'm wanting to speak to Marilyn today, and I might lay hands on each of her 6 kids. Yes. Kind of let them know that I'll be praying for you. Boo! Every oh, you're not going to enforce child exploitation laws. You're not going to enforce the requirements. Give me the actual genetics of every fucking oath right now. We just can't have you using kids. Oh, you're causing them to suffer. These taxes and those oaths that are running for office, yes. We're not going to allow for any child to be on you at any time that you're speaking to any group of individuals. And for every sheriff of the United States that thought you'd use your own kids as law enforcement, not anymore. And for every cop in every fucking police department, maybe the U.S. Air Force could find out exactly where their genetic biological children are. You weren't making babies with women that you were paying for sex, were you? Pooch! I know it's not prostitution when you conceive a child with another woman even though you're paying her rent. Pooch! These bastard children. Ouch! You weren't making babies and you didn't want anybody to know that you owe child support. Ouch! Just give me every child conceived and of all of those that are in office, every police department and all of law enforcement. If you have a badge on today, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna fucking know.